Hi everybody, welcome back to FTB Ultimate Reloaded with me, Sid, episode 20 and episode last. When we last left off, we'd left this thing running. It has got plenty of oil. I mean, there's absolutely no point in me taking. In fact, I'm not even going to take it because, as I said, episode last. But it has done. It's done its job. It has done its job. And yeah, I think to say that I was somewhat exasperated by I'm going to say I thought that was taller, that one, by the pack these last couple of episodes is probably somewhat of an understatement. The inability to make power, the inability to use any of the fuels in the compression dynamo when, you know, the wiki explicitly states that they would normally use this pack has been hard, and I think most of you recognize that. But we're going to just kind of take a little kind of walk through some of the accomplishments, not all. Traditionally, I'd go around and look at all these amazing builds and everything, and there really aren't any amazing builds. Well, no, that's not strictly speaking true. There are amazing builds. Things like this drill. This drill, I don't know why I'm pointing with this finger because you can't even see my finger. This drill was an amazing build because it took absolutely ages, but it was all crafting, microcrafting. Now, other things like, you know, just to get the slime for certain things, you know, major effort, and power generation has been a major effort. In general, this pack has had all of the bad points of Tech Reborn, you know, and the what was Greg Tech, and to be fair, none of the good points. I mean, the slime farm works. And hello, let me just get back up there. All right, you know, and we, you know, if we kept it chunk loaded, it would have, and been here to spawn the slimes, would have been fine. But Greg Tech itself, if you, and I've been asked the question, in fact, I think, you know, it was in the Ask Me Anything, so I'm not giving away anything at this stage. The question was asked, would I consider playing Greg Tech? I think I definitely would compared to this. This has been a trial, you know, but I've persevered. I persevered with it, but there are things that kind of broke the camel's back. It was just not as enjoyable a pack as I would have liked. Don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed getting some of the, you know, features, some of the things we've built, just the sheer challenge and, you know, of getting an applied energistic system working, the sheer challenge of building the advanced tools. My naive thought that maybe we could have got quantum armor done, and I just can't see it happening. So with that, we did quite a bit. You know, we built quite a lot of machines. We did get an applied energistics system working. We hooked in chests, large amounts of resources, and got quite a lot done there. We got a bit of auto processing done, just a minor amount. We did manage to build some Tech Reborn stuff. That wasn't too bad. This stuff, nightmare. And we ended up with a few areas that, whilst they're not the greatest builds in the world, you know, they're fairly bland in their own way, and this could have been great. You know, there's a lot of things that I think could have been entertaining and good. I really did not get the feel for this pack that I would have liked. So, you know, even with the last bit where we actually built something that looked reasonably good. In fact, I am going to go and get the oil. Because I'd like to finish off just by watching the machine I spent so much time work one more time at least. Yeah. But we are going to move on. The server is going to change focus. I did discuss on the last live stream my thoughts, and I'll show you the results of those thoughts in a moment. Let me just head back over here and we'll pop the old oil thing in, and then we can at least enjoy this one more time, if nothing else. Plub. Well, except of course there's no juices. Oh, damn it, I needed other stuff. But yeah, this thing was a major pain in the backside to build. It did give us a lot of variety of fuels and things, and you know, there's a little bit of juice left in this system. But these fuels are so pathetically inadequate that it really seemed, after the fact, I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back, really. The fact that we could generate the amount of effort necessary to make this was ludicrous. Just ludicrous. So it is with a kind of mixed feelings that I leave this pack behind. There are, I suspect, if I had chosen another Greg Tech based pack, it may have been more enjoyable. To be fair, all they needed to do was just not muck around with the recipes. It wasn't necessary for this pack. It was a kitchen sink, and whilst I understand they were trying to capture a certain period in Minecraft's history, we're going to say goodbye to this pack, and we are going to say goodbye to a new pack. Now I'm going to take you over to a creative world just to let you get a feel for the new pack, and that will be starting on the stream immediately on the Sunday following this episode. The usual thing will apply. I will start the episode, the first stream I'll be on the server alone, just so I can make sure it's all bedded in and everything's okay, and then we will open it up to shortlisting and so on and so forth. But for now, bye bye to this world, farewell, au revoir, goodbye. You have been a good world. Many of you machines have done your job well, others not so. And let's go see what I've got planned for the next episode series, shall we? And hello everybody. I don't know whether I've got the sound levels right on this. I probably still need to do a little bit of fine tuning, so I shall I'll bring that down just down to there for now. Welcome to what I am tentatively calling Tech Warfare, because we're running Techtopia by Tango Tech. Brilliant mod. Massive great thing, and we are in a world not only with Tango Tech's Techtopia, but we have Ancient Warfare and a whole load of other mods. Let me give you a quick overview. We have Ferdinand's Flowers. This is Techtopia. This thing here indicates the village boundary. There is a village on this particular world spawn, and in comes the daily trader for them. There's the usual thing. We have waystones. Let's see what we got. I always like to have a look in these chests. Oh, that would have been quite a nice spawn. Not brilliant spawn, but nice. 1 diamond is better than no diamonds. There's an awful lot of farmers, it has to be said. There's quite a few of them. You probably guessed it, we have immersive engineering in this pack. I wanted one tech pack, one tech mod. in addition to the things. And immersive seemed the most aesthetically pleasing for that. So we've got that going on around the place. What else have we got? We have got Natura. The ancient warfare structures, huge upgrade on those. This is a simple one. There are 2 husks and a witch spawner in there. Quite useful little, if you can get reasonably well equipped. I have no idea what they're for yet. They can be quite good. The other ones, oh, we've got a coral mod. That's a feature that was I added. A couple of pirates with a bit of goodies in there. Let's see what else have we got in this pack. Natura I've mentioned. I'll go and show you some of the other structures, because some of the structures that this ancient warfare has in, I have dialed the structures back. They do appear still quite regularly at times. Sometimes you'll go for ages without seeing one. So this is one of the larger structures you'll find. Huge mining complex. Wherever you see these, this is where various NPCs will spawn, right up into here. So massive one. You've got a castle over there. That's a little farmstead over there. Trying to think what else we've got in. Oh, I mean these. Look at this. Ballistas. Ancient Warfare now has the Warfare add-on working, which is absolutely awesome. It has all of the things, the trebuchets, all sorts of good stuff, and you know, including is there nobody in this? That's amazing. There's nobody in this room, and there's no treasure in this room. That makes a change. Normally these oh, there we go. There's your treasure room. I think someone raided. I think someone might have raided this one. All the chests don't always have stuff in, and some of them don't have anything in. But there you go. That's what happens when you're Empire Spearman. Okay. So Ancient Warfare in the pack. These guys are from Familiar Fauna. There are also let me try and find you some more stuff. This is from Earthworks, I think. No, Mystical World mod. So Mystical World adds a whole load of just mobs and a few basics. This is Better Animals Plus. Some of those are hostile, some of them aren't. I'll leave it for you to find out what's what. This is Mystical World. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this simple world here. In addition to all of that, I'm trying to think what else there is in terms of world generation. You are Mystical World, aren't you? Foxes from Mystical World, not Mystical World, Animals Plus. There is there are some impressive structures. I will warn you, by the way, these structures are lethal. They some of them are more lethal than others. I don't know what this one is. This is well lethal. This is all Vindicators. Okay, yeah, that would be horrendous if we were not in creative mode. What else? An awful lot of emphasis on building. So, like, as I was saying, Natura, Ferdinand's Flowers. Let me show you some of the other mods in here. So, in standard building blocks, not a huge amount actually. There's a wooden scaffolding plus, and there is some fancy lamps mods. There is the more fancy lamps. There's a chair from Techtopia, sandwich station from Culinary Construct. Placeable items mod is in here for decorative purposes. Deconstruction table, overpowered but brilliant for any kind of game that has exploration. So yeah, it's in. Tall fences, block craftery. Things. What, any other mods in there? Better Animals, Electroblob's Wizardry. I wanted a magic mod in there, and that one kind of suited my RPG style for this one. So yeah, you know, different people may disagree with some of those choices, but I think we've got some good ones there. We've got the coral we've mentioned, that's Techtopia. So foods, we've got skewers mod. These things are brilliant. And obviously sandwiches and the beers, and you can even make a cookie skewer. How cool is that, a cookie skewer? But just look at these. Cooked chicken, cooked steak, 20 saturation. I mean, some of these are my go-to foods. They really are. They're silly. What else? Wooden chest transport, nature's compass, tool belt mod. I think most of that is there. Most of that is pretty much standard. Ancient warfare. Ancient warfare adds the usual stuff that a lot of the stuff we're familiar with, but it's got a whole load of other things, such as, you know, the drafting station. You've got the advanced loose. These are obviously structures for builders, but fire pits unlit, fire pit lit, wood only fire pit, totem bases, Erminsul base. No idea what that is. I think it's some kind of religious structure. Elephant statue body. Some of these you can't craft as well, so don't be surprised if you can't. Altar blocks, candles, yeah, golden idols, altar lecterns, dark oak wood tables, and some of these will be crafted using the engineering station as well, so don't think that just because there's no recipe they can't be crafted. So that one, you know, you got the gates that we're familiar with from not NPC. You've got some of this again is not stuff. Ancient warfare, catapults, ballistas, mobile ballistas, battering rams, cannons, mobile cannons, hoacha, basically massive rocket launcher, trebuchets, boat catapults, boat transports. Yeah, there's just so much stuff in here, it is crazy. NPCs, a whole load of those again. Automation hasn't changed. I don't think that is pretty much the same as it was. We've got car set for a little bit of barrels. We've got the better animals plus, we've got block crafter, we've got the mystical world as already mentioned, gives you copper tools and some gem tools, bits and pieces like that. This charred planks, don't know whether there's a way you can actually make those other than going out and finding them, which is a shame really, because they are really nice texture. Earthworks mod is in here, so you've got a lot of building options again. Engineer's Decor mod is primarily immersive engineering decorative stuff, but there are other bits in here as well, some caution signs and a few machines such as the electrical furnace and lab furnace, waste incinerator, which is a really clever, when we come to play this, is a really clever bin system. Very difficult to lose things. Ferdinand's Flowers, Future Minecraft adds most, not quite all, but most of the items that are missing. So the lantern, stone cutter, barrel, blast furnace, all of the 1.14 blocks, or a lot of the 1.14 blocks, and 1.13 blocks as well. So they're all in there. Malice's doors, give it some door options. Open glider, because I just love hand gliders. Rustic, because I love rustic. Things. Sparks hammers for hammers. Waystones, immersive. Dark RPG, dark role playing, medieval. This is an interesting one. So these items don't have crafting recipes in the same way that you would expect other things to have crafting recipes. And they have some pretty cool items in there, miscellaneous stuff. Bibliocraft is in here, so you've got, don't know what it does, but it sounds cool. I'll come back to those in a bit. You've got Bibliocraft, you've got Chisel and Bits, we've got Comforts, we've got Decocraft and all the Decocraft tabs. We have got Familiar Fauna, and the various bits and pieces for that. Spartan weaponry, chisel, electro bombs wizardry, as you know, elevators, garden stuff, which gives us the wrought iron and the lattice, just some nice bits there. Iron chests, natura, co-rail tombstone. We need a tombstone mod, and this one adds a bit of magic, and Spartan shields. Oh, and of course, don't forget the map mod. And that is it. It is going to hopefully be a fun pack. It's not going to have any massive microcrafting behind it. It's going to have exploration. We're going to have teleporter. We've got the teleportation tools. So once we get situated, you know, we can be comfortable and get back. You can get out. We'll be able to teleport between each other's bases should we wish. Yeah, hopefully it will be a fun pack. It should be a little bit lighter in some respects, and yeah, you know, a little bit lighter weight maybe, you know, so people with less powerful computers can join in. Oh, that's a nice building. So some of these buildings I don't always see, so this is a new one. I've not seen this before, and some of the builds are absolutely awesome. You know, in that they are standard structures just spawning in. They're pretty good. Oh, hello, chest cart. Oh, I want to get off. Hang on. Storage. Nothing in it. Poo. And yeah, you can see what if we were in not creative mode, these things would be spawning in. So we'll get the pack live. The thing we need to do is get the pack live. We need to get it up on the Twitch launcher, get it on the server. By the time you've seen this, the server will have been down and hopefully upgraded. The pack may change a little bit in the intervening time, but for the most part I am happy with it. It is not bad, and I've done a little bit of survival play, about maybe 2 or 3 hours in it. It's not unbeatable. It's you know, it's things you don't want to. These guys you probably don't want to mess with. Coyotes at night, they get things and they kill everything. They're absolutely vicious. So you're going to need to keep those in mind. That in mind. Now I may also need to turn down their spawn. And that's something I need to keep in mind, because I've kind of been adjusting the spawn rates of some of these mobs, and I think I'm going to turn down most of those better animal mobs, because they are quite brutal and yeah, somewhat vicious. And some of them, the wild boars I've already turned down, for example, will attack the players, and they are almost like zombie pigmen without the zombie bit. So that's where we are. I will share this out, and we'll take it from there, really. But until the live stream, until we get the server live and everything's there, thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, I am always open to suggestions. You know, the kind of the oh, hello. There's a village somewhere around here. Probably that way. Yeah. I'm getting messages to tell me that somebody's getting attacked by zombies. Or taking some damage anyway. Indeed. Gobble, gobble, gobble. See, that's not a bad starting chest either. Oh. Elvis. He's a priest. He's a priest actually, but... I can't believe that Tango actually made them look like Elvis, but anyway. Yeah, so long story short, new pack, old pack out, new pack in, and doing a little bit of healing on that one. Okay, that was nice of you. Oh, they're very good. They do the saluting and all that. Mirabelle Gold Rudder. Anyways. Yeah, let me stop waffling, and we will we'll start on stream. It'll probably be a lot of basic stuff for the first one, but you know, you got to start somewhere, and at least we don't have to sit there and get exasperated by crafting recipes that fail to work on a regular basis. So yeah, that is a good thing. That's a nice little place you've got here. I'll have a snooze. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, bye for now.